Good morning, YouTube. Four guys talking cars. This is Shane here, backing out, ready to go to work. Hey, I wanted to give you just a quick update. I've got some feedback and just comments regarding a couple of options that I did on my car. Two big ones that come up in terms of, do you need it? Do you don't need it? Should I order it? How important is it? Can I upgrade it later?
I can see my name in lights, spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go.
That's good.
I can see my name in lights, ball till I fall and I'm feeling alright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So the first one is the carbon fiber and the suede. And the second one is the Harman Kardon sound system. So here's what I've seen. I've seen people who don't order the carbon fiber from the factory, then go on later and add the carbon fiber accents. And okay, it may be a little bit cheaper. You know, I've seen the carbon fiber around the dash for, $199, the ones that are around the shifter and the steering wheel and all that for $49 or $69. So yeah, you can get all the carbon fiber parts for about $500. So what's the difference? So up front, you're saving $400 or $500, but then you're going and putting on aftermarket parts that, although they are a good fit, they're not from the factory and they weren't meant to be OEM parts. So to me, it's like if you want the suede headliner and you want the carbon fiber accents, and I'm telling you, you do. Aesthetically, it changes the entire interior of the car. I've seen them both. The car's beautiful either way, but I'm telling you, it elevates the level of elegance inside the car with the carbon fiber. And the suede headliner is just, it's delicious. I absolutely love it. Again, elevates the level of sort of elegance inside the car. So that one I think is a no-brainer. If you guys want it, save a little bit, get it up front, don't do the aftermarket parts.
Okay guys, and then this is a website for carbon fiber. Just if you guys are curious, this is dynaperformance.com. They've got some really good products. But again, if you didn't get the carbon fiber package and you now want to go back and do it, here's your dash, $199. Here's the center console, $75. And you can just keep on going. You can carbon fiber the heck out of whatever you want. You can bling it out, but not cheap, right? I mean, you want to carbon fiber everything, it's going to cost you, close to $1,000. Here's one that does all the pieces. Well, somewhat. Here's one that's close to $1,812 for about everything. So there you go, something to think about. But again, pay me now, pay me later. Do you want it up front? That's part of a package, an OEM original, or do you want to do it later?
All right, so think about that, you guys. Look at the options. Spec out the car the way that you want it. I see this over and over again where people are just so anxious to get the car that they are willing to settle on things. I don't really need this. Now, I think things like navigation, you really don't need it because the CarPlay, you plug it in, it brings up your navigation. I have not once wanted, you passed that car, once said, oh, gee, I wish I had navigation in here. I use my phone 99% of the time. So to me, that's a feature that's like, probably not going to use it. Other things like, a sunroof. I didn't get a sunroof because I've got 3 other cars that have sunroof, and I can count on one hand the amount of times I've actually opened the sunroof. So some people love them, some people never use them like me. So the other thing is when you get the carbon fiber accents, you got 3M tape, you're sticking it on. At some point, you got to peel that off, or if somebody wants to take it off, is it going to do damage? And it's not going to increase the value of your car. Now, these are cool little personalization upgrades, and I kind of talked a little bit about it in my modification video. Those are fine. I have no problem with that. But when you go to sell the car, you're not getting any value out of that because you don't truly have the carbon fiber package. That's just not part of how the car was built. So another thing to think about on that. All right, moving on. Second is the sound system. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, the sound system in this car is unbelievable. I have a Harmon Kardon system in my BMW. It blows that one away. It is pretty heavy on the bass because of the subs, and I got to turn it down. There are times where I wish it maybe had a little bit more mid and highs, but I have to tell you, it is unreal. And I'm an audiophile head. Growing up, I installed more subs, more amps, more sound systems in my cars to try and achieve this level. And so Dodge went through the painstaking process of loading the car with a sound system that absolutely needs nothing. That's my opinion. It's got subs that will hit so hard. My son comes in here and he's like, the subs are awesome, the sound is great, the music is unbelievable. I don't need a thing.
All right, you guys, so this is from the HarmonKardon.com Dodge website that dives into a little bit more of the speakers. You can see here off to the left, it's a 900 watt system with 19 speakers, which is actually a little different from the Challenger that has a different, I guess it's like a little bit lower 850 watt amplifier. But if you scroll down, it actually shows you the breakdown. It's very, very similar. You can see where these speakers are located. Oh, it's 825 on the Challenger, but you've got, well, you can kind of, it's kind of cool. It clicks on all these speakers, but you can see where they're located. So keep that in mind. I mean, 19 speakers is a lot. If you went in and tried to replicate this for $1,795, it's going to be a tough thing to do, especially with the subs and amps and trying to integrate it into the infotainment system. The other thing is, I don't know if this has got active noise canceling. That tends to be trouble when you put amps in and subwoofers.
And so if you're one that's like, well, I don't really need that, I'll upgrade it later. Now you're doing the same thing again. You're buying a car where you could have, and it's like $1,700 for the Harman Kardon system. You're gonna pay easily that to upgrade your car with speakers, subs, amps, plus you gotta pay for installation, plus you gotta have somebody tear your car apart, run wires to your battery, to the back. You got a big sub box in the back. So I'm telling you, if you want a good sound system, then I'm not saying the other one, I don't really know the difference, but I do know what's in this one. And if it's anything less than this one, then this thing's unbelievable. So again, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna go on to Crutchfield here and I'm gonna build out speakers and amps and boxes and things like that and show you what it would cost you if you were like, I'll do it later, because you're not saving any money. And the way that it's integrated now, I wouldn't change a thing. So I'll show you here on Crutchfield.
So you guys, this can be done probably 100 different ways depending on what you're looking for. But basically what I did was I went to Crutchfield. There's other places, but just to give you an idea. And basically what I did was I said, okay, you don't have the Harman Kardon system, but maybe you just want to add a couple of subs. Just giving you an example, I just added, a 2-channel car amp, 100 watts RMS. You can bridge this, of course, if you want. But so there's an appropriate Fosgate amp. Here's your 8-gauge amplifier power kit that you're going to need, and a sub box and a couple of subs, and then they give you some custom instructions. But just this, so you're talking about $434 just for some subs. Nothing in terms of changing out the existing speakers, which would be add another $600, $700 to that. But on top of this, now you have installation, right? So now you're running wires. You may have to find either drill a hole or find a way through the firewall to the battery. Then you've got, a sub box that's taking up part of your trunk that is adding some weight. And so these are great. I mean, I've literally done probably 100 of these in my youth growing up, and I love it. I love sound systems, but I again would reiterate that Dodge has sort of taken this in consideration, listening to their customers and said, we're going to just take away any reason to have to do a bunch of modifications to the car, and we're going to throw in a sound system that's just going to, blow your socks off. So that's just one example of cost, either later or you're paying doing it up front. So to me, when people go, oh, I just want to save some money, and then I see them modifying it later, you really didn't save anything.
So guys, there you have it. My 2 cents on carbon fiber, suede, and the sound system. Obviously playing the music in here is not going to translate over the phone. So look, if you're on the fence, spend the extra pennies. It's worth it. You don't have to fuss and mess with it later and pull your car apart and do it. Killer sound system, carbon fiber suede, great upgrade. Really makes the interior look really, really nice. Love my car, guys. Till next time. Talk to you soon. Later.
That's good.